Where did I just hear that song? Oh, that's coming from his. Never mind. Okay, we are live. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm going to move some things, per usual. Because what else do you do, Big Mama? What else? My back hurts so bad. My back hurts so bad. My back hurts so bad, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a lot going on. I wear these glasses today. See, they look cute. I don't think they look as cute, so I might change them. Oh, let's get into it. 50-50 or survival. Let's talk about it. Why does it feel like every time we open our phones, the loudest conversations about relationships, especially money, is coming from Black couples and Black households? The debates, the comments, the think pieces, the podcasts. Should a man pay for everything? Should a woman go 50-50? Am I building with you or are you carrying me? And I had to ask myself, is this really about money or is it about something deeper? Because when you look at the history, the truth is we were never really given the luxury of traditional roles. We didn't have a soft landing anywhere. We had no handouts. We didn't have a generational blueprint. We definitely didn't have the generational blueprint of man provides, woman nurtures. For many of us, it's always been something more along the lines of both of our parents had to figure things out. Or we see all Black couples saying, we figure things out. And that changes the entire conversation. Love doesn't just sound like, I got you. Hey, Roman, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Now love just doesn't sound like, I got you. Sometimes it sounds like, can you actually hold your weight? And that hits different. Now, let's go a little deeper. Black women have been taught, sometimes directly, sometimes silently, that strength is survival. If you think to slave trade and what women endure, the Black women, because you know this is a Black show, so I always talk about Black issues, Black challenges, Black scopes, seeing things from a Black lens and Black experience, because I've lived none other. And if anything, I want my podcast to make others feel better about themselves or see similarities, and where there are needs for change, you can find the introspect and know that you're not alone in it. And you can also build better, because my goal is to build a better community. And this is my way in doing so. We cut up, I laugh a lot. I'm, you know, little ignorant here and there, but the goal is always edification and to make us better. Uh, but we got to be honest. And Black women, since we landed on this land, we have been taught, again, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly, sometimes silently, that strength is survival, to be independent, to handle your business, not to rely on anybody. But then love comes along. And I learned that when you are in love, you lose a big part of your brain processing power. This is scientific, not Albert saying this. Um, but then love comes along. And now the question becomes, if I've been doing this by myself, why the hell do I need you? Right? And for Black men, there's pride in providing. There's identity in being that ninja. But what happens when the world hasn't always made room for you to fully step into that role? So now you have two people, both strong, both capable, both carrying history they didn't create, trying to figure out how to meet in the middle without feeling like they're losing something. And let's bring in our third contestant, social media. Oh, ain't we eating this conversation alive? Like devoured it. We have just threw this thing underneath the testing flames for the last 10 years or so, right? They love the conversation. TikToks and Instagrams, think outside the this is the podcast, that is a 50-50, is it 100 and 0? Soft life, struggle, love, submission versus independence. But what they don't really show is the quiet truth. Most people aren't even arguing about the percentages. They're asking, can I trust you not to leave me carrying everything alone and feeling unappreciated, dumb, and whatever other case, right? So maybe the real question tonight isn't, should relationships be 50-50? Maybe, what does fairness look like when two people come from survival and not stability? Love isn't equal in numbers. It never is, never has been, and it never will be. But it should feel equal in effort, in respect, in intentionality, in accessibility, in all the things that truly fucking matter. Because that makes it easier to love the person, right? And if it doesn't, then maybe that's not 50-50. That's imbalance with a cute ass name. This is my life. I'm your host, the crazy melanin princess, aka Big Mama. Okay, let's get into the show. I realized I don't have my lights on. So, okay, I'm just going to do this like that instead of walking all the way around. Okay, let's get into the show, guys. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming out to the 50-50 or survival. The truth about love, money, and black relationships. So, let me get this queued up. Let me get this queued up for y'all. Mm-hmm. What y'all over there doing? Oh, I had some. Oh, I did it at the time when I needed. Oh, shucks, I don't have a glass. Well, I'm talking about what y'all out there drinking and doing and having and all that other stuff. I appreciate y'all being here. For being here, I would appreciate if you could like, share, particularly subscribe, and hit the notification button. And what I learned about that notification button is if you don't have the alerts on or the notifications on for your phone for YouTube app, y'all ain't gonna get my notifications anyway. So y'all need to go and turn all them notifications on, okay? So do that, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for showing up because I know y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all always here with your big mama. So I love you and I thank you. Today's time capsule, April 14th, 2026. I'm titling this one Miss Jackie Fisher Day. So earlier today, I went to Miss Jackie's funeral. Lovely, lovely lady, filled with love and fun in her heart. She is one of my best friend's grandmother, and it was a good day. It's a celebration of life. So when I'm done doing this, I'm on my way to the repast. So yes, so that's why Big Mama is Big Mama right now today. So I thank the Creator for blessing us with Miss Jackie. And boy, was those some words spoken today. And I'm going to remember them. I'm going to write them down and I'm going to tell you all about them on another day because a word was spoken. Okay. Where we at? Oh, okay. Black Business Spotlight. I learned about this, so I said I'm gonna go over it. It's a Urban Comfort Foods Kitchen located in Carson, California. Right near is at Avalon, and I know it's 190th turns into something else, but it's in Carson, California. Urban Comfort Foods Kitchen, Black owned, doing our part to increase food equity through healthy and affordable meals. So I hear it's really good. I'm going to try it out and I'll let y'all know how it goes. But check it out. If you know anybody who wants to advertise on my show, y'all better get in while it's good, okay? Because Big Mama don't blow up and then y'all can be like, dang, how much will Big Mama charge me? A whole lot. That's what I'm going to charge you, a whole lot to come if you didn't come when you should have came. Now, everybody else, if they didn't know better, then that's okay. But y'all gonna be y'all, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, free advertisement. But go on and check them out because I'm gonna check them out and I'll come back and tell y'all how that is. Political climate. I didn't even know we want to do this no more. The California gubernatorial. Why we got 30 people in the race? I'm gonna throw my hat in there if we're gonna be this damn foolish. Come on now, California. Because I don't like them anyway. Come on now, Cali. What we doing here? What on God's green earth? Wait, I got another pair. I don't even know where they at. Oh, they in the other in the office. Oh, thank you so much, Roman. Thank you so very much. Yeah, it was a lovely. When I say lovely service filled with laughs, because that's who that little lady was. So funny, so full of life. Little Miss Cha Cha. So we about to be over there cha chaing our life away tonight. So don't look for me don't look for me in the morning. Okay. Thank you so much, Roman. I appreciate you so much. Um, how we go? Oh, gubernatorial race. Eric Swalwell dropped out, so I appreciate him for that to narrow this shit down to 99 bottles of beer on the motherfucking wall. Okay, Christy, no, her husband is one hell of an embarrassment. Do you hear and see these tapes of him and his? It beat him. It beat him. He talking to his little thing, whatever the thing is, right? I don't mean like they're belittled to being a thing, but whatever the thing's name for him, whatever his thing name is for the person. Okay. So they talking they little sex talk, and she talking about well he I don't know what it is, no what I'm trying to be politically correct, and I'm about to be all politically the fuck wrong. I'm sorry, just to get the point out, because trying to be politically correct ain't gonna get the sentence out. Shit. Okay. So he on the phone with his thing talking about, yeah, I love you. He said, how much you love me? It's like, I love you a lot. Tell me how much you love me. You love me more than your wife? He said, mm-hmm. I hope she cheated on him real bad because that make it 50-50. Oh, she got her a stud, and they be going 50. Okay, I'm going downhill. I'm sorry. She can't catch a break. Losing her job and her husband, embarrassing all the way up to them good people's job. We done seen this picture. I ain't gonna dwell on it. How y'all feel about Dr. Trump? Because that's what he said he was. Dr. Trump. Didn't he look so like a doctor? Okay, the edible kicked in. Okay, let's get into this. Speaking about health, but he would never be my doctor. Okay, no updates. We still waiting on test results. They ain't here, so just a bunch of hot flashes going on, and I'm having one right now, and I should, but I'm not gonna do it. Of course, I told you I just left the services of Miss Jackie, so rest in peace. Love you, doll, and we about to turn up in your fashion. I don't know how y'all weekend was. My weekend was everything. Okay, I even got a job out of it. So y'all stay tuned because I'm gonna promote. Ooh, I could. Oh, fancy, fancy. Ooh, fancy. I'm gonna put that on my YouTube. I went out one night. See, this is how your girl turned up. I went out one night. These glasses are so dirty. One night. If only for one night. One night, okay? I went out one night and got a job. They want me to come promote their club. What? Promote your club, big mama? I was in there cutting up, okay? And then they said, yeah, would you like to? The other promoter said, you want to come on, big mama? I said, sure. Hi. Is that you? Oh, Onyx. Did I read that right? Yeah, so they want me to promote their club now. Y'all gotta see Big Mama B. She a hot mess. How you? Yes. What up, Orlando? Thank you for joining. To see the train wreck, baby. This is a show that is a train wreck, and that's why it's called My Life, because this is literally what the fuck my life looks like. It's chaotic as hell, fun, wild, but chaotic. You know, it is. It is what it is. Tonight, this is what I got. I was about to pop me a bottle of champagne for Jackie, but I can't because I ain't got a glass, and I ain't gonna even be that rude. As a matter of fact, I am. I'm about to be that rude, but I can keep talking to y'all because I got a mic on. So I'm going. I ain't ringing in a long time. Lucky I got on my new Birkenstocks. I can real fast. And these, woo, big mama, you could tell I ain't worked out in a very, 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 very long time. Um, but yeah, so I went to Eugene's because a promoter started following me, and we just been connecting. We saw each other outside at Sizzler, my favorite place, one day, and then we just been connecting ever since. He invited me to a number of events. Never went to any because they just never aligned with my timeline. And so I went to one. Me and my girls went out. We cut up. And then he said, you want to promote this? And he was like, yeah, put your name on the flyer. Da, 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 da. And so y'all going to see that in a little while. So that was fun. We had such a ball. And then on Sunday, I went to go see You, Me, and Tuscany. This is literally one of the best rom-coms I've ever watched in my life. So if you haven't seen it, just to support a black film. Well, it's black and Italian, so I guess it's the blacks of the whites, the Italian. They the black white people, and then of course Halle Bailey is the star of the show, and of the film, and it is really good. And of course, it's rom com, so you know how it always ends. But the storytelling was really cute, and boy, did they cast that on like bing! They hit the nail on the head with that one. Daily Digest. I asked the other day, what the hell happened to toy stores? I'm very serious. What ended up happening? I never really got a take economically as to why we lost all these toy stores. I'm baffled. Because as long as people fucking and having kids, kids like toys. As long as I done ever seen kids be liking toys, I ain't never seen a kid that didn't like toys. I love toys. And I'm at the point where I really want to start playing with toys all over again. And I want some good ones. You know, are there any toy makers? Like, what the hell happened to toys? Kids don't got toys? Because how did the toy stores go out of business? Raymond, Brown, these motherfuckers, people ain't finished paying off their Affirm Afterpays at Klarna's from their Chris Brown concerts last year, and here these fools go again. I said they sure know how to trick them. They say there are like 32 big name tours going on this spring, summer right now. How the hell, with this economy, how are these artists really in belief? Or maybe they just struggling. Hey, Corey. Or are they just struggling so tough that, like, are the artists themselves struggling so tough to where they're now like, I need some money? Is that what's happening? Because, well, and then do you know back in the day, big named artists wouldn't even tour on the same time. They have like an off year, like, oh, if Whitney doing this, then Mariah, coming right behind. Not at the same time. People wasn't doing stuff at the same time when you was like them motherfuckers. But see, Brandy and Monica said, let's team the fuck up. And that was real smart because they were two nice names with good music that people actually want to hear. Like these two motherfuckers right here. And they just took, Usher was just cherrying bitches last year. So it's just like, y'all, big ups to all of us who gonna go on and go in debt to go do it again. I didn't go in debt last time though. I did not. I did not pay a lot. I wasn't close and I didn't care. He flew near me. We got close enough, okay? Because if he wouldn't call me on that stage, then that was the only other seat that would have mattered to me, was being on the seat that he was sitting on top of. Because if it wasn't that seat, fuck it, put me on a roof. I don't give a damn as long as I'm in the motherfucking building, okay? Sad news. I'm sorry I have to bring this. But this story, this Ashley Renee, she was an influencer, died in Zanzibar, which is a country in Africa, in the southeast region of Africa, with her white boyfriend, fiance. He had proposed. It was her birthday. It was a lavish trip. And says that the girl hung herself. Well, here's the thing. People are now going into her old tweets. Oh, I am so sorry. Baby mom, I'm so sorry. I ain't even drink none yet. That's because I don't have nothing in my stomach. I still ain't ate. This is gonna be day 2. I need to eat something. I'm gonna find me some food. Okay, I'm about to go eat a fried piece of chicken at 3 past. But this young lady passed away, and now they're going through her tweets, finding old ones where she dogging black men. Like it ain't kind. So for her, how y'all feel about that? Because ain't that something when it kind of flip flops? Why do we only do this in a black community where we go and look for when we upset that they're with someone else, like a white person or whomever else, where we go look for reasons to be like, oh well, that's what you get? Because that's how I feel like that feels like, you know. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna skip that one. My poor thing, talking about big named artists and some big fandom going on. My girl Britney Spears, baby, is in rehab right now for alcohol and substance abuse. Pray for the girl. Pray for baby. So I polled y'all and asked y'all on my Instagram and Facebook, if you were to go to jail and your bail was roughly $2,000, how many people do you believe you have in your life? No, that would bail you out. And I mean, you went tonight, got the funds, and gonna come get you. Don't include people like, oh, they would if they have it. If they ain't got it, they can't do it. So they ain't gonna be them. So we ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the people who got the money and the people who would actually use it to get your ass the fuck out. How many people do you guys have? Go on, throw some numbers in the chat, because I told you, I know I only got one. I only got one, Darla. One. Okay? You're only one I love, and I only got one. Because I ain't got no more. My daddy let me stay in there one time. And the person who would have got me out went with me. Damn, Corey, see one. The person I went with is the person who would have paid to get me out. This is a real story. Whatever, let my crazy ass go. 50-50 in a relationship. Whew, you know, Big Mama, let's take it on back. Let's give this some historical context. Let's start from the beginning. Survival over tradition, because that's where that shit began. Many cultures, traditional gender roles were built on economic stability and success. The man provides, the woman nurtures. Unfortunately for blacks, that was not the case. History disrupted that. You hear me? It disrupted that. That's how we used to be. Men were hunters. Women were all about the children, the home, growing, doing in the field. Like there were men and women in the fields who were cultivating, nurturing, putting our oomph into the land and growing things and children and bearing them. And that's what we did, the home and all that. That's what women did while men went out, got the food, killed them, rolled them up, threw them, whatever the hell they did for us to survive. That was a shared role. History disruption. Now the conversation is different. Has to be. Slavery stripped away our traditional family structures, completely obliterated. During and after Reconstruction era, black men were often denied stable, well-paying work. Black women have always worked out of necessity, not choice, and for damn sure not because it wasn't our choice. That ain't nothing that a woman wants to do. You wanted to put your oomph into your passions, and that grew business. Oh, she's a seamstress. So yeah, she got a shop. She worked, but actually it's just her passion. Oh, she loves to do hair. She's really good at it. Well, it was a passion that grew into, yes, yielding more money. We both have to survive. So instead of the provider versus homemaker, the dynamic often became we gotta survive. That survival based partnership laid the groundwork for more shared financial responsibility, what we now call 50 fucking 50. Economic reality still plays a role. Now, fast forward to today. It's hella fucking wage gaps, hella employment disparities, still so disproportionately that affect black men and women. Most black households have to rely on dual incomes just to maintain stability. So our conversation isn't just like philosophical, it's more practical. Like we operating in for real, making financial roles a lived discussion. This shit ain't preference whether I prefer it or not. It's like this is what's happening day to day when my stomach is tumbling and the light ain't on. And you ain't got lights, camera, and no action. The strength and burden of the black woman archetype is a long-standing culture narrative of the strong black woman. We're independent, we're self-sufficient, we're emotionally and financially resilient, while empowering, because everybody sees that as a brag, right? It can also create tension, and that's what we see. We see that's what we're seeing. The vitriol in the conversation is that tension. That's what the fuck is the pull and the tug and the this and the war. Some women feel that they've had to carry too much for too long. Some men feel pressure or displacement if they can't fulfill a traditional provider role. We're at this friction point where the women see it. If I've always had to do it alone, what exactly are you bringing? That's the female, the black female archetype. Identity and masculinity conversations. For black men, the idea of being a provider is often tied to identity. But systemic barriers have historically limited access to that role. If I cannot provide, how do I be the provider? And I always say this, like, I don't think that because people like, oh, well, if a man can't afford a woman, then he shouldn't have one. Well, most people can't afford themselves right now. So maybe partnering up is a better idea for love. That's just a question that I'm thinking of right now. But for black men, the idea of being it's tied to their identity. But when the systemic barriers are blocking you, historically limiting you from the access that the rest of the world or other men have, modern relationships can feel like a contradiction. Wanting to lead and provide, how you lead and providing if you ain't paying? That ain't leading. That's not providing. But needing partnership to function because that's what the fuck life is. The tension turns into these debates about 50-50 or 100-0 in a relationship. Submission versus partnership. Traditional versus modern roles. Social media has fucking amplified. I got a piece of hair that is driving me batshit crazy back here. I don't know where it is, but it feels like a spider, and that's what I know it ain't because every time I move, it moves just like that. Social media has amplified this conversation to be damned. And let's be real, this is where the fuck you're hearing it most. Not in most households, but in literally these internet streets. Okay? All the platforms talking about it. Black content creators are speaking candidly about relationships, and most of them ain't even in one. Is viral sound bites from podcasters. Panels where this shit is just so amplified, like literally on a loudspeaker with our skin. When you black like this and not like this, they. It's just us with this. But here's the big kicker. Other cultures have these exact same motherfucking conversations too. But you know what? They're more private. They're less performative. They ain't got mics, cameras, actions, mic me up to talk about the shit like I'm doing right now, right? They're far less algorithm, algorithmic. They're less boosted in the algorithm too. So when they do have the conversations, they're not, the algorithm doesn't throw it out there like that. It's also about love and not just fucking money. It's about love, actual love. Underneath the 50 debate is something deeper. It's the desire for fairness. It's the desire for security. It's the desire to be valued without being used. So when people are arguing about the 50-50, what they're often really saying, or what I believe it is that they're saying, is that I don't want to be used and I don't want to be taken advantage of. I want a partner, and a partner may look like you the doctor, but I work the front desk in the building. You the surgeon, baby, but I'm not. If you bring it in like $400,000 a month, my job, if I wasn't your wife, would be bringing in. You'd say, baby, don't work. You'd say, don't work. But in order for him to run the operation, you need an operations manager. So that's what she is. That's what she's providing. That is providing. That's something. Because for him, what he know is every dollar is going to be right. Every billing is going to be right. Every person who is hired is going to be right. Everything is going to be right. Why? Because it all goes to the same pot. And it's no way 50-50. Because him making what he making, his traditional wife would not work at all. Just wouldn't, because you make too much and you're not impacting anything. Baby, stay home and do all the shit that requires keeping a home up. Yep, that part is supposed to be a plus. That's the whole point, is to be an added something, not a take away something. People want to feel safe in investing in their partner. I'll say this, even more than that, people want to feel safe that not only investing in their partner, but that their partner is a good investment. And that's different. A good investment is what's that dude they say he went to jail? Is it Gucci Mane? What's his wife? And then he gave her some money and then she flipped it a million. That's a good investment. Not that I'm investing in her, but that she's a good investment. I invest in somebody because I love them and they can do all the right by me with the right best intentions, but it not yield anything more fruitful. I want my partner to be a good investment. So when I put money into something, fruitful comes from it. Not just I put money into my partner to pay for something, but that it yields us both something in the end. Not I did it and then it just lands there. Final thought, in my perspective, is that it's not black couples are more divided, as everybody is divided, but the way in which we are done and the way in which we do ourselves, often a huge disservice, is amplifying and allowing other platforms, other entities to amplify our chaos. We have more of a historical weight on this topic than any other demographic. We have more economic realism on this topic than anybody else. What we don't typically have is more cultural honesty around it because people come from ignorant perspectives. Sad to say, I'm going to be, if that's judgy, I'm going to say it. Because when you hear people speak, it just hurts my heart. And we have more public, as I said, amplify more public conversations. That's what it comes down to. So in many ways, black culture is just saying out loud what everybody else is quietly navigating. And those are some of the things that I think that we need to stop in our community. Our focus today was am I in a partnership or a pattern? We want balanced love and mutual effort, not 50-50, not even 100 and 0 to 0, but a connection where both people feel supported, both people feel seen, and no one feels like they're carrying love alone. The theme of the night was from survival to softness. So many people learn how to survive relationships, but tonight is about shifting into receiving without guilt, giving without resentment, and loving without keeping score. Love isn't transactional. It should be intentional. And that's our word for our what's name. So a few of the affirmations we gonna say today before we close out is I deserve a love that feels balanced, safe, and reciprocal. I release the need to overgive to feel value. The kids are all right. I don't need a segment for them. But I will say it was fun having Chopper here for whatever amount of time that I had him here. And I'm trying to get Sterling to come on Mother's Day. We'll see if that happens because I need to be buying his ticket now. Let me call him in a little bit to see if he'll say yeah. And yeah, I need Aj on Tuesdays. Today was just a display that she needs to be out here working. So that's that. My high of the week's my high of the week. What was my high of the week? Partying. Yeah, we had a good time on Saturday, and I got a little side gig, another side gig. So yeah, that was it on Saturday. Me and my girls had like a real, like it could have been a movie. It kind of sort of was if you saw my stories, but yeah, it could have been a movie. We had a great time, and my low was having to really close the chapter saying bye to Miss Jackie. And that's it. So I love y'all, as you know. As you already know, I love you. I love you. You know the deal. Big Mama love you, but you ain't got to go home. sure do got to get the up off my line. You deserve to live in peace, not pieces.